Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, this venue will host Super Bowl 55 in a couple years' time, but for now, we've got non-playoff football here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Buccaneers heading out. It's the fifth-year man, Jameis Winston, in charge. Big key for Jameis this year, just finding a way to avoid those turnovers. They've been his undoing during his tenure in Tampa. It's no secret. 14 interceptions again last year, plus 7 fumbles in just 9 games played.
Ready, black 25. Watch the run, watch the run.
Winston now to throw on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Winston now finding Godwin, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
Peyton Barber had his best year running the football in 2018, and he was 9th in the league last year in rushing attempts. The only issue, yards per carry. Total yards under 900. New head coach Bruce Arians, he believes he can improve his efficiency.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And that's complete. It's Watson. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Jameis to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense led out by number 3, Russell Wilson, the franchise's all-time leader in touchdown passes. And the Seahawks, they finished above 500 in all 7 of Wilson's seasons. But this year, a little different. He'll work with a very young receiving core. No Doug Baldwin anymore in what promises to be a tough NFC West. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Wilson, flush to his right. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs. Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
11 yards there, just like last play. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
To throw again is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
On 2nd down now, it's Barber, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They go play action. Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Starting lineup time for the offense. What about Dwayne Brown, my friend?
Remember when we were kids and you wanted to make sure you had the big guy next to you all the time because you needed a bodyguard? That's Dwayne Brown at left tackle. He protects his quarterback so well as provides great access in the running game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
It's easy to go back to the time when Ndamukong Suh entered the NFL, and he was an absolute force right from the beginning. But it's been fun to watch his career progress, and I'm starting to see a little more finesse in his game, although I'm not sure he'd like me to describe it that way. But you see the agility, you see the movement, and of course, he can bull rush when he needs to get to the quarterback.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39.
A gain of 15. First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride.
It's caught at the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 43 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
As Tampa Bay's offense trots out here, Charles, let's look ahead to this season. You know, you and I have talked before about Marcus Mariota and this being a big year for him in Tennessee. Well, his draft mate, Jameis Winston, this is kind of a big year for him under center.
You're exactly right. Both of them in their 5th year. Remember, Winston was the #1 pick in that draft. Mariota was #2. And it's not that Jameis Winston hasn't been coached and coached well before. He's had quarterback gurus in his career at Tampa, but now Bruce Arians, the head coach, that may be the ultimate quarterback guru. And also his offensive coordinator is a former quarterback in the NFL. So if it doesn't happen this year for him, I don't know when it does, but the early returns seem promising. He looked pretty good in the early going.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Open man has got it. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Winston connecting with Howard. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. And his throw is incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David, his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, left side, complete to Lockett. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Wilson now just 1 misfire so far after that last completion. 15 of 16. It's first down. Now Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. And he finds Penny. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's working on a string of 8 straight completions. Here's Wilson, flush to his right. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Check. Watch 54. Exit.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Jameis, Winston, and company heading back onto the field now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. On 3rd down, Winston. That one complete. Here's Andre Ellington. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike,
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Mike, 45. Hey, check.
They go read option with Wilson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They go read option with Wilson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. He had to force the field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 25 yards that time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ready? Black 25. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Here we go.
Play action now. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Let's go. Ready?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Winston now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He hits his target, left side, Watson. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Justin Watson, 60 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gay is on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Wilson to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the
rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Flushed out right. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
A pickup of 18 yards. Third down.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Play fake, Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Myers for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now Winston. Evans has it left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 44-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Wilson forced out to his left. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Ready? Blue wave. Right there, 54 Mike. Focus, defense, focus. Ready to go.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over, and they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing again on second down. Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's complete. It's Ellington. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Gets around him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Seahawks 31.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Bucs now.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Sliding out of the pocket. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Vita Vea, his 2nd sack of the night. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Golston
credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Levante David make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 31 yards on the punt there. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Now last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, 78 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops. There he goes again.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. He gets away from 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the 3rd quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
My what?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No. We're not getting that deep. But counting this up, we might need a few extra people in here because the yardage he's piling up, the way that he's playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see what he does next.
We'll see what he does here on this drive. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They go play action with Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right in your playbook, 1-play drive.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
Result of the play. First down and 10.
They go read option with Wilson. Fights loose. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. They go read option with Wilson. Hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
We got it. We got it. Dude, ready. Ready.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's got to like what he's seen from himself so far, right, Charles? He's just looking, had a great first half, good here in the third quarter, just looking to keep that going.
So what you're saying is he can't wait to watch the game film on this
one,
right?
He's going to like that session.
Oh, he's going to love what he sees, but he wants to finish up strong, continue to be as sharp as what we've seen in this game, and find a way to close it out with even bigger numbers. No interceptions is probably his favorite stat.
Yeah, and the 3 touchdowns, too. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They set up the screen to Penny. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He was good in the first half. He's been good still here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It almost feels like when you're watching, all those drills that you know that they go through, all that extra practice, it's all come together in this one, hasn't it? Everything's been sharp, everything's been accurate, and the yards continue to pile up, as do the rest of the stats.
Yeah, the yards. He's got the 3 touchdowns, no interceptions so far.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here's Wilson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, blue lady. Right there, 54 Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
On 2nd and 7, Winston finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Watson has it right side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Justin Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. 38 Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jameis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Winston now. He's got Evans. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 48 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action now, Winston. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Barber. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st down,
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? To throw is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Wilson. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Myers able to knock it through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 27, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Ready? White 25. 54 Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Ready? Blue lady. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Let's go.
Jameis now on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Quentin Jefferson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now a play fake here on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Zone now. Here's Wilson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yard.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Winston now after the fumble recovery. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they work this out past the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. He's back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Winston leaves it with Barber on the draw. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep. They'll take off time, blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Here's Wilson, flush to his right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Wilson wants to throw it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Winston to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that's complete. It's Allington. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, versus win, no win, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the head coach. This is where I'm good from, between here and here. Maybe that wasn't the number he gave him today.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.